All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who taught me this truth. I would like to say shalom to Yakim and Fuakwath, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. It's your brother Micah Allah, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing to edify. And the title of this lesson is The Time is at Hand. And we see that the Lord is visiting this place, by the way of these plagues. We see that the Lord is constantly, bringing forth judgment. And one of the judgments that you just had, to take place recently was this blackout over there in Cuba. I got the article pulled up right here from GuardianNews.com. And we know it says, it's from the Guardian.com. It says, there is no money. Cuba fears total collapse amid grid failure and financial crisis. It says repeated blackouts leave residents concerned about food, water supply, and Cuba's future. You see? And we know that the tribe of Manasseh, is over there in the land of Cuba. You see? And the Lord is fucking them up. And even though it's, these things are taking place over there in Cuba, you see different things taking place, in these other countries, as far as certain, shortages of resources or, blackouts or uproars of the people, think not that these things won't reach America. You see, because the Lord is giving us, he's basically putting us on game, to what's coming over here to America. You see? So right now, it says, let me read again. It says, repeated blackouts leave residents concerned about food, water supply, and Cuba's future. Exactly. So just like the Lord sent the blackout to Cuba, how much more America? And once it comes over here to America, you people are going to lose it. You see? Because this is the place where, you people, you live deliciously. You are without care. You people don't see evils brewing here in America. You don't see a famine brewing here in America. And even if you can see, you still think that, okay, well, I can just stock up. You niggas always got you Americans always got a rebuttal or a comeback for something. You see? But just wait till the Lord really opens up. All that talking, all that scoffing, all that pride is going to be brought low. You see? It says, okay. It says Cuba's government has spent the last days attempting to get the island's national grid functioning after repeated islands-wide blackouts. Without power, sleep becomes difficult in the heat, food spoils, and the water supply fails. You see, so the tribe of Manasseh is catching hell over there in Cuba, man. And this is all being orchestrated by Yahweh Shemel Washai. Ultimately, you see, it's the Lord that's sending these judgments to Manasseh. Why? Because they're worshiping, false gods. Ephraim is giving over to idols, you see, and we understand, that's just to sum it up, that's pursuing the Manasseh as well, because we know that Ephraim is the head of the northern kingdom. So whatever Ephraim do, the rest of the northern kingdom is gonna do. So we know Ephraim is given to idols, worshiping these false gods, committing all type of abominable acts, you see, sacrificing their kids, to these different gods, just all manners of wickedness. The Lord is jacking them up. But just wait till it hits America, because don't forget that this is the year of Jacob's trouble coming to pass, man. You see? This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble coming to pass. So we're seeing the build up to the time of Jacob's trouble. We're in it. We're in that process. We're seeing it. You see? And as we're watching these things unfold, we're preparing ourselves. Let's get this right here. It's Proverbs 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Exactly. So we have been given eyes to see and ears to hear in these last days by Yahweh Shemel Washai. And we're able to foresee the evils before they even come. You see? And as we're seeing these evils approach, we're warning the people. We have been commanded to warn you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans on what the Lord is about to bring, man. Because we're telling you to repent. Because you don't want to be caught up, in these judgments, man. None of us want to be caught up in these judgments. You see, because the Lord, once he fully opens up, it's not gonna be no mercy. It's not gonna be no getting right at the last minute. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's just gonna be straight, killing that the Lord is gonna bring. Massive killing. We talking about killing, not in the couple hundreds, not in the couple thousands, not in the 100,000s. No, we're talking about millions of people are going to be deleted by Yahweh Shemel Washai, if not billions. You see? The Lord's taking a lot of people out in these last days because we're in the days of evil. We're in perilous times, so to speak. We're in the time of the Lord's judgments. You see? But let's get here. This Revelations 1 and verse 3, it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. You see, so the time is at hand. The time of Jacob's trouble is at hand. The time of the Lord's return is at hand. This is why we're seeing these things come to pass. You see? We're seeing these things come to pass. The Lord is showing that he's a man of his words. He told us that he was going to send the plagues as before. Just like in ancient Egypt, the Lord, sent those various plagues. And one of those plagues consisted of a blackout. You see? Then we look and we got a whole article right here, dedicated to a blackout, and that's and this blackout, just wait till it's just like no relief at all, because Cuba, can still get still trying to find some forms of relief, so to speak, but just wait till it's no relief in sight. It ain't gonna be no we're working on getting your power back on. It ain't gonna be none of that. No, it's just gonna be that shit gonna go out and it ain't coming back on. And just all out chaos is just gonna increase. Evils are gonna grow. You see? But this Ecclesiastes 3:17, it says, I said in mine heart, the Most High shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. Exactly. So it's a specific time where the Lord is going to unleash all hell. You see? And we're getting closer to that time. Every day we're getting closer to that time, man. Where the Lord is going to judge the righteous and the wicked. See, we're looking to be rewarded with good, We're not looking to be rewarded of evil. Our hopes is in Yahweh Shema Shai having mercy upon us. That's our hopes. That's our expectations. But as for you people outside this council, your fate is sealed, man. Your fate is sealed. Because these people, you're not able to even discern the times that you're in. You're not in the know. You don't even know. You're not even discerning that the Lord is even visiting the earth right now as we speak. Because these people aren't occupied in prophecy. They haven't been given the Spirit in these last days. You see? Hell, they worrying about the folly of America, so to speak. But this 2 Ezra 9:1 says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. So we're measuring the time diligently. You see? That's why we know that Yahweh Shah said he's coming like a thief in the night. But unto us that are watching as well as praying, the Lord's not going to come as a thief unto us because we're watching. We're being occupied in prophecy. We're measuring the times diligently in itself. You see? It says, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand, see, that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we see the parts of the signs have passed, man. We're seeing that. We're seeing these signs come to pass. We're witnessing, these prophecies manifest themselves. You see? It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And when we come across news articles like this, hey, that's showing us that the Lord is visiting the world which he made. That's the Lord, making good on his promise. You see? Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we're seeing that every day, it's a new earthquake. Hell, you got an earthquake app. Uproars of the people. Let's go back to this article. It says repeated blackouts leave residents concerned about food, water supply, and Cuba's future. Guess what? If these people don't have food and water, what is that gonna do? That's gonna bring forth uproars of the people, man. You see? People are gonna come against the government, It's just gonna start wars in the street. People gonna start invading one another for the lack of bread. 2 Ezra 15, It's just gonna be all out chaos, man. But continuing on, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Let me read that again. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee. So when we see these prophecies come to pass, guess what? It says, then shalt thou well understand. You see? So now the understanding comes in when we come across these different information, and we're able to tie it back to Bible prophecy. We look at different news clips, or people have certain talking points. We're able to tie it back to the scriptures. Well, that's just confirming that the words of Yahweh Shema Shah are faithful and true, and that the Lord ultimately predestinated all of this from the beginning. Because it said he spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord already said America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. The Lord already said it was going to be a famine. The Lord already said it was going to be a blackout. He said this from the beginning, before these things were even manifest on the earth. The Lord spoke it. You see? He spoke it. And now we're witnessing his words come to life. It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Exactly, and the end is being manifest. This is how we know we're at the end. Because one might hear us, make the talking point that we're at the end, we're at the end of this, but you people really don't understand what that means. You see? Like, how do we know we're at the end? Well, first and foremost, who's ruling? Because the scriptures tell you Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So that means Esau would have to be, on the scene. And once, you're able to identify him, that tells you where you are in prophecy. You see? Now that the Lord has blessed us to identify the enemy, now we know where we are concerning, the kingdom of heaven. We know how close we are. We know that once Yahweh Shah returns and takes this devil down, it's not going to be another heathen that's going to rule. No, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. You see, that's Jacob being the beginning of it that followed. There's going to be the kingdom that's going to rule after Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is taken out of the way. You see, it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And we're seeing those signs by the way of chariot sightings. You know, that the Lord is showing forth his powerful works, you know, his wonders. You see, you had a different, you had your different, so like, you got your different, you know, signs in the moon. You know, you got your red moon, you know, got your super moon, flower moon, so on and so forth. But continuing on, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. And this is how we're going to be able to escape these said perils, these hard times that we're in. It's going to be by faith, you know, by belief in the report, you see, and trusting in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And this is concerning the elect. Only the elect is going to be preserved from these said perils. You see? Because that's who the Lord is coming back to save anyways. He's only coming back for the elect. But as for all of you people outside this council, you're going to be destroyed. But Lord willing, that was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the man who taught me this truth. Peace and blessings be to the hopeful elect, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.